Hey everyone, we have just a few days left in the season, and today we're basically getting everything in the tree. Still doing mainly hits with heavy choppers, getting the Zook fan going, and all we did compared to yesterday is got Seekers and got the Seeker boost. That boost is a lot more value, like 25% versus just 10, and we can go ahead and try a few hits. And for the most part, we're going to be doing the same hits of just mainly heavy choppers, and if there's like one engine, maybe one boat of bombers, or if there's multiple, can take Seekers instead. Like on this one here, could take mainly heavy choppers from the left side, one bomber should be enough for this one, and we can even delay it a bit by maybe having the grappler first look at heavies on the left. Even one critter for that mortar can distract the rocket a bit, take that down, and the bomber can get this engine from the left side. Otherwise, HC is the other thing, clear some shock mines, and then towards the last few engines, can just do the flares. So we'll go ahead and do everyone from the left side here, and I guess we'll do one critter right now, and then go ahead and do the bomber. Maybe a shield if that mortar starts hitting our bombers, so get that ready. Can get it down right now, and otherwise keep everyone going on the left side. Maybe shocking that shock launcher in just a bit, get some battle orders out. Hopefully the grappler looks at some heavies pretty soon. Well, it's got one of them now, so guess we just have to shock it. Got two bombers on this side. Otherwise, maybe some critters, more battle orders, get those guys moving. Kinda good the Zook fan goes left, so maybe these two ERs can die around the same time. So we'll wait just a few seconds before doing more flares. And all three of these ERs die around the same time, keep on doing more battle orders. Want to do a shield to keep some of our Zook fan alive, and then do the last few flares. Maybe a shock right there. Too bad the Zook fan's dead, but hopefully enough heavies can finish off the base. Getting this ER down, so do one more flare. Even when things go wrong, like our Zook fan dying, can still pull off an okay hit. And getting 241 isn't too bad. I think the upper limit is like 235, 240 times. So even on this one here, getting that win. And now finally we're seeing some pretty fun attacks too. Anytime you can bring in mainly heavy choppers, it's less stressful. Plus you got some more spice added with the Zook fan, and some extra bombers or seekers. I like taking a few seekers on the left side, because if you drop them on the far left then they can get this engine, and then even two more after that. All we gotta worry about is clearing a few shock mines and maybe critters for those boom mines, distract the cannons too. Otherwise go mainly from the right, so we can go ahead and do 2 HCs each side, a brick and the Zook fan going, and then just clearing those few shock mines. Otherwise just letting everything go on the right, waiting a few seconds, and then maybe one battle orders in a bit. Can also afford one critter, just distracting it a little bit. And now start drawing the seekers. So 3 in the corner, we'll do one critter for the cannons, and then shock that shock launcher critter launcher. Otherwise right side looks kind of okay. Can kind of let that go for a bit. We'll shock that one more time, same with the splash right here, and then keep on doing more battle orders. We do want to wait until this ER and that shock launcher goes down, so just still waiting a bit. Otherwise doing more battle orders. Let them worry about that shock launcher, and then we can start flaring. Seeker should get that engine down. This one looks kind of okay. And I think we have enough for one more battle orders and then do the last flare. Leftover GB, we can shock that shock launcher. And it is kind of tight, but still getting a pretty fast time, 242. And since we got pretty much everything in the tree, the one thing that's going to change is base design. So if you want a good final push, come up with a new base, hopefully one that's good, and try to get a bunch of wins before people figure out how to hit it. You can still use maybe 3 seekers to get a few engines down, so going the HCs from the right kinda sucks as a sky shield right there, but maybe shouldn't be too much of a problem. One hidden shockmine right there, and we'll just start on the right side. With the HCs out, Zook fan and brick, and get a few arts over here. We don't want to drop them until maybe this ER is almost dead, because maybe the Seekers can get some other ERs. In fact, do a barrage already, and then pretty soon start doing battle orders. Can get one going right now, one shock in that shock launcher, and then start doing the Seekers. Do a critter right there, get maybe one shock in that machine gun boom cannon, and otherwise maybe just a few more battle orders. Seekers are doing their stuff, and go ahead, do one shock and one shield. Otherwise, maybe one more battle orders. Just want to make sure that the Seekers enough for this side. Another shock on that shock launcher. They're kind of doing their stuff. And we can start moving the Zugfan already here. Seekers are doing okay. Get one more shield going. And maybe looking like an okay time. This one's going to be 258, so almost feel like a true Seeker player. But it's still just a split hit of Heavy Choppas and the other guys. And since this guy was legend, getting some good stars. Because he's got 130 building health, it's a bit more defensive, so we can try a little different kind of hit. In fact, maybe even go with a meat shield too. Because the problem with Seekers on this more dirty base is you're not sure if 3 can get both these ERs, especially with one shock here, a few on that shock launcher. So I like going with this kind of combo all from the right side. You just gotta make sure the bombers don't get taken too early. So maybe starting with like meat shield Zugfan, get the HCs out, then the bomber and brick. We'll let them go for a bit, maybe do battle orders after a couple waves of heavies. So get one going right now. And after this first engine goes down, do a slight flare on the right side, just to get a better split. So we can do that flare maybe right now, do one shock in that shock launcher, and then more battle orders. Michi looks fine, get everything going, and really just keep on doing battle orders and shock the shock launchers. Do one more right there, get a shock going right now. And then keep these guys going, got one more pretty soon. And for the last two ERs, we can do the meat shield Zugfan for the top one, then flare everyone else in the bottom. Get a bit more GB, get another battle orders going, and get that flare in just a few seconds. Gonna wait just a bit, get that flare going right now. And then Zugfan will finish off this ER and go for this top one. So I think we should be fine, maybe some few critters on the top side, because we have the bombers helping out for the bottom. So this one here should be an okay time, 240. And it's pretty comparable to even if we use Seekers on other bases. So we'll see if it's fast enough right here. And on this one, looks like it is. And that's gonna be enough for Legend 2. So we can get that chest, which has been a really long push, quite a few hours. So if you heard our voice change between hits, it's probably why. There's just not too many people playing. And with all those keys, we can get absolutely nothing. I mean, I guess maybe medkits, but we already have our abilities in a certain place, so don't want to mess that up. And everything else is kind of useless. What we can do if we want to keep going is maybe say for max rockets, it is a good defense, especially since using Barrage Anar is mainly for mine, so having extra damage shouldn't help too much. But as far as the end meta goes, those are the kind of hits. Mainly Heavy Choppas, Brick, Zugfan, and sprinkling in some Seekers or Bombers. And that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.